What's up, guys? This is the Honest Outlaw here, and today I got something real special for you. We're going to talk about the most accurate pistol that I've ever reviewed, the Atlas Gunworks Athena. Now, before I do that, I want to mention my patron supporters. Thank you guys very much. Because of you, my channel is still here, and I cannot appreciate you guys enough. Because of that, we do a monthly giveaway, and we do patron-only content, and all sorts of stuff going on the patron page. If you want to check out that stuff, all you got to do is go to the link in the description and become a patron supporter. I also have a link down there for my Facebook, Instagram, stuff like that. If you want to go check that stuff out, it's a good way to see guns before they hit the reviewing table. Also, there's a link for a local homeless shelter down there in Ames, Iowa that I'd like to support. And I'd really appreciate it if you would click that link and go donate to those kids. They could use your support, especially this time of year. Now, what is the Atlas Athena? Well, first off, it is not your grandpappy's 1911. I can tell you that. It's not even close. It's not even the same ballpark, barely the same sport.
Yep.
This is a single action 9mm 2011 pistol with a 4.6-inch barrel and all the trimmings of a totally custom gun. Now, if you don't know the difference between a 1911 and a 2011, well, the biggest difference is going to be this guy right here, capacity. So this magazine holds 24 rounds. You can get them to hold 27. You can get them to hold more than that as well. And what I'm trying to say is capacity is not an issue for the 2011. On top of that, what makes the 2011 different than a double stack 1911 is going to be the frame, the slide and the grip are all three different pieces, making the 2011 extremely modular. Think of a Glock with a single action trigger. Essentially, any of these parts can be swapped out. Now, the Atlas Athena, this gun you're seeing right here in front of you now, is a custom gun from Atlas Gunworks. I got this gun from Manning & Sons, and I would really appreciate if you go over and check his page out. He's got an awesome Instagram page where he displays super cool guns like this, and he also has them available if you want to get something like this. He lent me this just because he's a fan of the channel. Big ups to Manning & Sons. Thank you for sending this out. Atlas Athena has a tri-top slide, as you can see, which I absolutely love to reduce the weight on the slide. It has slide cuts all the way across, again, reducing the weight. That 4.6-inch barrel and slide combination is the perfect length to weight ratio to make this gun return to zero perfectly, which is Atlas Gunworks' goal, and they do a phenomenal job, as you can see in the footage. And it just really has a perfect recoil impulse, in my opinion. Not super sharp, but not super fast either, so it makes it absolutely phenomenally quick when you're trying to recover from your previous shot. Which is the idea. This entire gun is completely engineered with no cost in mind, and we'll get to that, to make this the most accurate, most fast gun you can possibly shoot. Now, I said it had the bull barrel, it's got the tack rail on it, it's got some awesome slide cuts, the Chile E2 grip right here, which is pretty aggressive, more aggressive than any grip I think most people are used to, however, a little bit less aggressive than some serious competition grips like the Phoenix Trinity or something like that. It's got a double-sided safety that is angled up, so it gives you more area for your support hand. So you ride the safety like this big old pad here, and you can use that for recoil control, and you see this big area here that you can fit your support hand, and all your support hand does is grip down for recoil control as well. It's got an awesome trigger undercut, a spot here to add a extended magazine release, which I would use a Dawson. I really like those. I have that on my Hyperion, which is about the same gun without the optics mount. It has the X-Line trigger in it, which is about 1.5 pounds, the absolute best trigger that I've ever felt in my life. Oh my goodness, look at that. Show one more time. And we'll do the reset, which is absolutely nothing. Again, aids in speed and accuracy a great deal. Then, of course, you have the optics mount with the plate with the rear sight on it, and then you can take this off if you want to and put a regular rear sight on it if you so choose. I'm running the SRO because it's my favorite optic, and the combination between the SRO and this gun is unbelievable. Now these guns do come with 140 millimeter mag, and you can order as many as you like, up to 6, 7, 8, whatever you want to do, but remember that the magazines are extra and they are expensive. As you can see, I have a ton of them, more in the bag, but they are running about 100 to 150 bucks a piece, depending on where you buy them. 2011s are not a cheap game to get into. Let's be serious about that. I really like the idea behind this gun. I really like pushing the boundaries of speed and accuracy just to see what the top of the mountain is. What would you use this gun for? Well, absolutely competition, but you could also use it for duty use, and you could also use it for competition use. And they have two different versions, I believe. One where you can get them where the magazine's locked back for like duty, law enforcement use, something like that, and one where they don't. Now, the benefits of not having them locked back, which is the one that I have, is that you can get 3 more rounds per magazine, which honestly, for a limited stage or something like that, where you're running around planning your reloads, doesn't make any difference at all whether you have lockback, so it's better to have the 3 extra rounds. As far as reliability on this gun goes, it was excellent. I shot 1,000 rounds through this gun, super fast by the way, and shot another 200 or 300 after that, just for my own pleasure, and it was unbelievably reliable. Every single ammunition that I fired through it, even fired about 15 or 20 or so critical defense I had laying in a box, and it fired those no problem as well. Now the accuracy is something I really, really want to hit on, obviously with the title, but holy crap. I mean, the pairing of the awesome red dot with that awesome trigger and the awesome ergonomics makes for, guess what, an awesome pistol. My God, I shot this at 75 yards and could run my plate rack on occasion, which is pretty hilarious considering those are 6-inch targets. I know this gun is rated at 2 inches at 50 yards, and let's 75, 100 yards, it's about 4-inch group, so I'm pushing the boundaries of the gun, which is pretty cool, but it's the most accurate gun I've ever shot. The trigger makes things easy, the interface between the gun, everything works in your absolute favor, and it makes you look way better than you actually are. Now, as far as ergonomics go, the ergonomics are, again, amazing, and you can customize these any way you'd like. However, there are some cons, and the number one con is going to be that most people that felt this to begin with thought the grip was too aggressive. It's not too aggressive. You will get used to it. However, it is meant to bite in your hand and stay in your hand. Another ergonomic feature that some people won't like is obviously going to be the single action design. You Glock guys coming over here, totally understand you don't like safeties. However, this is a 1911. You're going to have to get used to it a little bit because it's just simply a different battery of arms. Now, one of the downsides to the safety is that if you're not careful, it can bite your finger just a little bit if you got big old fat hands like I do, a little bit right here, but that just takes a little bit of training to fix that issue. Whew. That was 3 6-inch plates in a row at 90 yards. Other than that, the gun's ergonomics are on point, and that leads us into speed. Fast as you pull the trigger, it will return to 0 perfectly. That's the whole idea of the gun. Double taps made very easy, and long strings of fire, like dumping a whole mag, for example, is very easy as well. My wife was talking to me about how it's kind of ridiculous that people say you couldn't use a competition gun for a home defense gun when essentially it's the most reliable, accurate platform you could possibly buy. So I'm not saying that you should buy this for home defense, but I am saying if you happen to have it and it is your only gun, I don't see a reason why you wouldn't want to. You ready to go, darling?
I am. Must not lock back?
Yeah, it's probably empty.
Okay.
Yeah, that lock back gets you. So
oh, it's good.
Stick that one in there.
Here.
You know how to handle a mag.
I do.
Look at you, little baller. What do you think?
I like this. Oh, I love it. It feels good, nice and heavy, so it mitigates the recoil.
What do you think about the dot? Dot makes it
I actually
easier.
really like the dot. I don't remember what I shot that I didn't like it.
Yeah, I always
Maybe
said you'd like them,
while
but
back,
I think you shot the RMR and the window's so small and sometimes the dot hard to find. But with a gun like the
Yeah.
Hyperion, it recoils so little, and the SRO is such a big window, it's impossible to lose the dot, so it's easy to shoot.
It's really easy to shoot. And normally, I'm not as good as you with the smaller targets, but with this one I can target transition pretty easily and get those smaller ones.
Other than the fact that trigger is very light and you're going to have to maintain some very good trigger discipline. Now, as far as accessories go, as I said, the gun comes with one mag. It comes with a whatever mag well that you order, or whatever mag well comes in the gun that you've decided to buy. But you can switch it out if you want to. It comes with the safety, it comes with the combat hammer, and it comes with a very cool trigger, along with whatever optic plate that you want. And you can even order it with an optic if you choose, because Atlas Gunworks sells them with an optic as well. So if you don't want to go out and get your optic separate, just get it on the gun right when you get it. Now we got to get into the one downside of the gun, don't we? Everything has to have a downside, and this pistol is no exception, and that downside is price. This pistol is not for everybody, that's for sure. It really is the tippy top of the mountain. It's kind of like Michael Jordan giving you a high five after a threesome on top of Mount Everest. It's amazing, but it's going to cost you. $5,000 is what it's going to cost you. Starting off at $5K, this gun is the top of the mountain, but it does have a price tag to match. My wife asked me if you could put a price on happiness. Apparently you can, because Atlas Gunworks did, and that price is right around $5,000. Now, if you've got a couple of pistols laying around you could sell and make up the cost, or you've got a long time to save, or you have some couple of kids that you don't think are going to make it in college anyway, you just decide to boot them out of the house, I think that some people could justify affording this pistol if you're going to shoot it a lot. Now, personally, I have the Atlas Hyperion, which is essentially the non-red dot version of this pistol, so obviously I justified purchasing one myself, but I also shoot 20,000+ rounds a year, and I love shooting. And if you're going to make this your absolute hobby / profession, I think the Atlas Athena is absolutely hard to beat. However, if you're just your average day hobby shooter and shooting on a budget, I think you're better off with something a little bit more budget. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Please help out your local homeless shelters, and remember to recycle. I'll check you later.
So we're way out in the boonies now.
That's it. Last round through the Athena, might as well have been at 100 and 110-ish, something like that.